Yo, what's up? It's your boy Darien back from my abyss. I don't know what to call it. My my brain. Why am I rubbing my hands? I'm back from my abyss, and I'm back with the reaction video by Tommy G, The Wild Business of Train Robberies. Man, how y'all been though, man? How y'all been? I got people still here who gonna watch this. If you watching this, comment Birdman hand rub, because that's what I keep doing. All right, bet. Tommy G, The Wild Business of Train Robberies. Y'all ever rode on a train before? If you're from New York, I know you rode on a train, but like regular people, like not New York, not y'all bums, regular people. Y'all rode on trains before? I never rode on a train in my life.
Begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
Pieces of merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
Your spanking new office printer might be delayed a few days in transit if it was parked on a FedEx rail car.
Train robbery. People still do that? I thought that was like a Wild West Midwestern thing. Like, you pull up on a horse and like start. I don't know, bro.
It was parked here.
Is it still a thing?
Friday morning near Union Avenue. This was the scene early Friday on the tracks near Union, north of California Avenue.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline.
Tommy G, bro. You can't have a train robber representing you, bro. This your gang right here, bro. Why he got on the big dogs got to eat hoodie, bro? Don't give a robber your merch. Come on now. He said Tommy G. Tommy G is the kingpin. He told me to do it. Head ass.
I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know.
No. Was there an event in your life, like a financial stressor that said, this is what
They're recording a live robbery?
Would you guys say this is every
They
night?
self-snitching.
Yep, I do it almost every night.
What can you stand to make in a week for this?
25K.
Now, sometimes you guys stop the tracks.
Yeah, go grab a car or whatever, anywhere, pull it up on the tracks. You want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it far in the back. Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I'll have to look into that one.
The big question is, who pays? Well, in the long run, most likely insurance companies, which means you and I.
When I imagine train robberies, I think back to the Wild West days.
On God, I just said that. Like, bro, people still do this? I'm thinking like you pull up on a horse with a fucking rifle or a musket or some shit, or with a revolver with a fat ass mustache with a cowboy. You feel me?
Rugged outlaws like Jesse James and Butch Cassidy would assemble a posse, then ride in on horseback to storm a train, execute their heist, and get away with the loot. And I would have told you that these train robberies were a thing of the past. That was until I got word that the business of train heist is alive and well. And in Bakersfield, California, where our episode takes place, these robberies can occur on a nightly basis. Now, I've made a career out of being fascinated by the mind of an outlaw, and today we meet many of them involved in this train business. We witness these guys live in action, see how they evade law enforcement, and we get a first-hand look at how their underground economy works. This is a world where people drive cars on train tracks to get a train to stop to initiate the heist. To be successful at this, thieves have to avoid the federal agents, local law enforcement, and private detectives that patrol the railways and hunt down organized crime. This, folks, is the modern-day Wild West. Let's dive in. Folks, right here in the video was supposed to be a sponsored ad, but they wanted me to read from a script and do some gay-ass commercial, and I just didn't want to do it. All I want to do is make the best possible videos for you at home to watch. Right
So
now,
is this an ad within an ad?
About 1,400 people.
You know, this is the ad within an ad, bro. So you don't take the ad that they give you, but then you want us to go to your Patreon. Is this the Patreon?
Let's get it up to 2,000. That way we never have to do stupid ass commercials. And you get access
Heard you
to
though, Tommy.
the
I mean,
wildest
promote
events
yourself.
on the
Promote yourself. Don't something you don't want to. All right, let's get into the sausage and gravy of the video. The beef potatoes, mashed potatoes.
What the impact
meatloaf.
that has on a community is, just look no further than here. I've never seen this before. Celsius is behind. Community is. Just look no further than.
How you pronounce security in Spanish? Securitas? Securitas. Am I saying it right?
Here, I've never seen this before. Celsius is behind a locked glass. You gotta push a button and have an employee come. So if you think theft only impacts the corporations and the big companies, you're wrong. It impacts the little guy with all these little hassles and things we have to go through. Our insurance gets higher. There's a lot of little factors and ripple effects that comes from theft. How bad is it?
Pretty bad, man. It was to the point that people were still like the Red Bull.
They got a lock on. I got a lock on energy drinks. Is that crucial? Is he in Mexico or something? Where is he at? Like on energy drinks still?
People are stealing
That's
Red
nutty.
Bull. According to Hammurabi Code, in severe cases, theft would be punished by either cutting your hand off or by death. So it's something that people have taken very seriously for a long time, but it seems like now more than ever in this current era, it's the most lightly punished it's ever been.
They say robbed the East Bakersfield Walmart last week. The robbery happened last Thursday, March 11th, just before 1:30 in the afternoon.
So how do you know what's a good truck? Like, are they looking for specific like? Are they looking for like FedEx trucks, UPS, or just like any truck? Like, what if it's like a fucking Lil Debbie train? Like, you gonna try to rob that? See if they got like something else on there that's not Lil Debbie, or you just be like, nah, it's just Twinkies on there. You feel me? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, how they know which truck to rob? Type of
Nearby, there's people that are waiting for this thing to stop so they can get on board and get everything off of it. Someone's gonna crack it open and see what they can get. Maybe it's oranges, maybe it's baby supplies, maybe it's Amazon packages. Who knows? Something important could be on your way to your house, but instead, someone's gonna get their grubby paws on it and you're gonna have to get your order reshipped.
To begin tonight with the latest on an attempted train burglary just east of Bakersfield.
Boxes of merchandise from the trains left on the tracks, suspected of being taken from the trains by thieves.
I want to see how they do it.
Bakersfield, California is a place you probably haven't heard of. Some people call it the armpit of California.
You know how I heard of Bakersfield? If you used to watch DJ Ghost story times, you know he used to stay in Bakersfield for like a little bit of time. I don't know. That's the only way I heard of Bakersfield, California, because that's where DJ Ghost used to live. I don't know. That's a weird reason, bro. But yeah.
It's rough out here. I mean, you have lots of homeless, and if you're a homeless guy with nothing to lose, what is it to you to try and take some things off a train and sell it?
The armpit of California.
So clearly, something has gone down right around here. There's hundreds and hundreds of boxes here, and my first impression of this operation is kind of like a smash and grab. This was going out to Washington to a lady named Debbie, and this is going out to Jean in Washington. So a lot of people on the West Coast were looking for important shit. Who knows if a kid had a birthday coming up? And also, how much of this theft is wasted? Like,
bro, it's like
person really
hundreds of fucking boxes out there, bro. Probably thousands, bro. Like, whatever train they finessed, I know they was sick. What the train? What's the name of a train driver? What was their name? The instructor, conductor. Bro, I know whoever that nigga was. I know he was sick though. Like, that shit got robbed. That's the.
Do with a precision egg cooker. How much can you resell that for? I would guess they're looking for electronics, chargers, computers, video cameras. I don't know. If I had to choose between doing this and running into a Best Buy, I would choose the Best Buy all day. This to me seems like just one of the more dirty and messy ways to make some sort of income. No one's turning into Jeff Bezos.
What would y'all rather do? Go into an actual store and rob it, or like rob like? I feel like I'd rather do the train. So
thieves are
I feel like that's
homeless
safer.
versus professionals, and this is a camp right next to all the action. I mean, just by the disorganized look of the scene, I would guess this is more of a homeless than a professional job.
Well, hey, I don't know nothing about it. It's not my business. This is my business.
Crazy, right?
like you see like the boxes and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
They don't really do it right here anymore.
People are getting busted for it?
One's looking at deportation. If they caught you on the train grabbing something, they could bust you. But once you left the train, they couldn't do anything about it.
So if you run, they can't get you. Is that what she just said? She said if you're caught on the train, they can get you, but once you're off the train, they can't. So like, how you get deported then? He got caught.
We're suiting up right now during what's prime time train hours, which is from now about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock till 2 a.m. So I guess from the clues that we've been getting, we're dealing with more of an addict homeless situation and like sketchy characters on the fringes. What percent of people in this game would you say are homeless versus professional?
Is this man wearing a do-rag? I ain't even peeped that at the beginning of it. He wearing a do-rag?
About 70% are homeless, to be honest with you.
How long have you been doing this for?
I'm probably going on like 3 or 4 years now.
And how many missions over those 3 or 4 years?
Quite a bit. Probably too many to count, to be honest. It's we just drive around, you know, that's kind of what we do around here is we just drive around, and then if we see a train stop, we'll call everybody and be like, hey, yo, this is where we're at.
What are some of the things you have to be aware of in doing a mission? Like, how do you plan this out?
A train robbery
Honestly,
game.
there's not really much planning behind it. It's, you see it, you go, you know, and jump on it right away, because it's you count on time limit, you know, it's how long is it going to take for this person to take off, or, you know, when the cops going to show up.
Is security getting heavier and heavier now that this is becoming more of a common thing?
I would say so, yeah. They've started parking trucks and security guards around where the trains stop and things like that. Back in the day, you know, you wouldn't have none of that. You just be there and open shit up, and you'll be there for a cool, like, 2-3 hours or something.
2-3 hours? It was that sweet? Bro, what do the police be doing? Like, what do they be patrolling? Like, they be sitting in areas that, like, you shouldn't be sitting in this area, bro. Like, you get what I mean? Like, they be sitting in the most random spots. It's like so trash. Like, you sitting in a parking lot, my boy. Like, go sit somewhere that's like actually valuable. You get what I mean? Like,
no,
sitting in front of a McDonald's. Like,
yeah,
nobody about to rob McDonald's. Unless it's really to get like that.
High center on top of the tracks, you know. Most of the time you want to put like the hazards or something on so the train will see it farther back.
How much money can you stand to make on a mission?
I've made about $5,000.
Not knowing when a train might roll through,
5,000
we
on
gave
one-
E-Money a
on
GoPro
one-
and told him to record our mission so we could see how it all goes down. Here's what he captured.
Bro, is this not self-snitching? You're recording yourself doing a robbery. I mean, I guess, bro. If you really feel like he liked that, then he liked that. With the big dog's got to eat hoodie on too. Let's see.
I'm gonna see if I can see where with a lot with popping, because I don't have the full covers on me.
How do you feel while doing this?
A lot of adrenaline, just pumping, you know, it's a crazy feeling. I love it. That's kind of why I do it, you know, it's exciting. And
He don't even do it for the money. He do it for the love of the game. He said, yeah, it's just exciting. It's just fun. He sound like Kobe or something. That's the Kobe of train robberies. Crazy. Nigga think he Russell Westbrook. Look at it.
And, just fun to do.
We separated from E-Money and set out on our own to patrol the tracks. Our goal was to be in position and near the action if a train robbery was going to happen that night. Here's what went down.
At least 2 different crews are doing their inventory right now, seeing what's on the inside, and from what we understand, there's serious consequences for this now in California. California's not as light criminally as they used to be, so we're kind of just waiting to see what they find and seeing.
I don't get how California will be light on laws whenever they have like the most people. There's like the most populated state, right? I feel like the most populated states should have the most strict laws because there's more people. Like, that's just like, I don't know. Like, How are y'all laws loose whenever y'all have the most people?
What our next step is.
I'm on my way.
Like for example, New York is really like strict for real. You really can't have a lot of stuff in New York, and there's like cameras on every street. So if you do something, you're gonna get caught. So it's like, you feel me? Like, I don't know. There is stuff that still happens, obviously, in New York. Cause, like, come on now, bro. Like, that's it. Like, some.
What are you looking for in the trains? What are you hoping to find in the trains?
Anything worth profit. I mean, I've found $100 worth of cards, you know, like little we call them player cards and stuff like that. 2 or 3 people inside, and we just throw them out. Just start throwing them like this. People on the ground will grab them, and just throw them in the truck. After that, we'll go to a different location.
There's an organized team.
Oh yeah, it could be anywhere from like 3 to you know, 6 people.
So they just throw the boxes out, and then somebody else put the boxes in the truck.
What's going on? They're hitting them? By the truck?
So what? The cops are there? What happened? What happened?
What the f is going on? He said they're hitting it over here.
Well, they're doing the robbery by getting it on camera.
Oh, I got 10. Do I move? You go get it. No. So we were catching the action. No. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, so going on right behind us right now is...
Nah, this is actually like an easy scheme. Whoa, what? The sheriff there? He can't do nothing about it? But this is like an easy scheme though. Like, all you do is just break the seal in the back, open up trailer. Bruh. This is easy. This is actually easy bread though. Like, I don't see a lot of people should be doing this. I see why it's getting popular. That's the easy schemes. Okay.
Hey, the cops are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there. Hey. What the f? Holy shit.
Wait, hold on.
Holy shit. Okay, so going on right behind us right now is... That's law enforcement right there. Hey, the cops are right there. Hey, the sheriff's right there. Hey. What the f?
Holy shit, we should go.
Should we get back in the car?
Yeah, go.
Miguel, let's get back in the car. What the f was that, dude? Holy shit!
So you might be wondering why we were running back to the car. Keep in mind, we had just seen the sheriff, and what we weren't sure of in that moment was what were the legal ramifications even being near a train robbery. As you can imagine, robbing a train is a big federal crime. Under the U.S. Code's Title 18, Section 1991, anyone who assaults, robs, or attempts to rob a train can face serious prison time, up to 20 years. It's considered an act of theft on interstate commerce, which of course makes it the business of the feds.
He basically said, "Are you guys the cops?" We said no. Then he starts opening it up and just going ham. Then a sheriff drives by, and then it just lurches. Okay, so obviously there is no place for stealing. I'm not advocating it. But the adrenaline rush of just being by the action, I can see why these guys are addicted just to the thrill of the job. That was insane, wasn't it?
But what if you're not robbing the train? You're like us, near it. If you are caught trespassing within a certain distance of train tracks, you could still be committing a crime. We filmed this in California, and doing some research into this, it looks like California laws make it a misdemeanor to trespass within
That's it? You can get a little fine, that's it?
20 feet of the tracks. This can land you up to 1 year in county jail.
A year. This for being next to the train? Trespassing on railroad property is a misdemeanor. It's illegal to enter or remain on railroad property without permission. Wow.
Luckily, we filmed this entire episode within 21 feet or further from the tracks.
So what if, someone's ordering baby formula and baby bottle and it doesn't get there on time? Like, what about the...
And nigga, bro, you don't give a fuck. You think Like, you think he's gonna care about some baby formula? He don't care.
Agreed. The way I look at it is if you're ordering it off of Amazon or online somewhere, like, not in too much need of it. You know, you gotta wait to, even if you get to the next day shipping, you're still waiting that time to get it, you know, so.
I guess what's
He don't give a
is the outright
He did not
loss.
care about some baby formula.
If people in other countries watching this, seeing this happens in the United States, I think it would blow their minds. To think that a sheriff would drive by as you're blatantly stealing packages.
He did just
from
drive
a
by
train,
though,
which
like.
is a federal offense. That he just keeps going on with his day. Where else does that happen? It's Keegan's birthday today, so happy birthday, Keegan. Write in the comments, happy birthday, Keegan.
Happy birthday,
No better way to
Nugget Head.
Celebrate a birthday than by chasing down train thieves. And 2 minutes before
Pillsbury,
Googling whether it's a felony
Biscuit
or
Head.
misdemeanor.
Alright, let's see what they got. Is that a remote? What the fuck? He did all that for a remote?
Enhanced graphics. That was kind of fancy. I'll have to look into that one.
Enhanced graphics.
Some cream. Junk.
Cream. Imagine robbing a train and all the boxes is a fucking ointment. It's just a whole bunch of ointment in there. You'd be what was your ointment?
Some wheelchair stuff.
Man, somebody really needed that wheelchair, bro.
Kitchen stuff. Was that wrapping paper or something? It's an interesting one.
Was that a heating bed thing?
Covers or something. Shoes. Ooh, a nice little bag. That's about it. Didn't get too many this time, but had to get out of there. The train started moving.
Is that unusual for the train to start moving like that?
No, especially when they're like switching conductors like that.
So how would you rate the haul overall?
This one's one of the lower end ones. Altogether right there, probably 150, maybe.
I saw a sheriff look at someone stealing and kept driving.
Yeah, sheriffs out here, they need a law enforcement that don't really give a shit. It seems like they're scared. They're scared of everybody out here.
If caught, what's the penalty?
I don't know. It's probably a good few years or so. They're fighting a big case for sure.
Why do I feel like that's like a common thing though? Like cops not caring, bro. Why is that common? Am I wrong though? Like, do cops care? That's a question for y'all. I don't know. Do cops care, or like do most of them, just do what the other dude did? Oh my god! I'm stuttering. Or do most of them just do what that sheriff just did and just look at a crime and just keep going? Like, I don't know, bro. I'd say most of them don't care.
It's federal.
So it's very spur of the moment. It went from nothing's gonna go down tonight to 2 minute notice just happened.
Yes, and that's how it goes. You know, whenever you get the call, you gotta hurry up and get there. 90% of it, to be honest with you.
Talking to this guy got me wondering how many stolen goods are floating around on places like Facebook Marketplace and all.
Now that is fact. That's a good question.
Completely unaware are furnishing.
That's a good ass question. He said 90%. I doubt it's 90. It's not 90. It's probably high.
Their homes, buying gifts for their kids, even getting school supplies like laptops and calculators.
I'd say maybe like
without realizing
35.
that we too are participating in the underground economy. One of the train robbers told me like this straight up: if it's a brand new item listed at 50% of retail or less, or an item missing its original packaging, chances are it's stolen. It made me wonder what percent of goods on a site like Facebook Marketplace are lifted items. One day, when I interview Mark Zuckerberg, I will ask him for his take on this. But for now, it's wild to think that any one of us could have something at our homes that we use on a daily basis that was stolen in a train heist. Would you consider yourself to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I like that.
An entrepreneur.
What's your next move?
Get rid of the boxes, honestly, and then
Entrepreneur, bro. Really? You think we believe you, bro? Sorry, let me stop. Let me stop.
start pricing stuff out.
Have you ever been close to getting caught?
Yeah, we had somebody, you know, where to stop. They were on the other side of the fence, I think got some property or something, and they said they were calling the cops, and we hear it all the time, you know, so we push on for a little bit, and this time the cops, you know, they showed up pretty fast, and so they show up and we all just dip down. You gotta get low and just gone, dude.
Last night, a train robber approached us in an off-camera meeting and told us about his operation. He had stash houses, getaway drivers, and lookouts stationed in the mountains. So the next morning, we spent the day tracking the trains through the mountains, trying to see it from a train robber's point of view. Behind me is another train going towards Bakersfield. We're gonna see if we can.
You're breaking the law, Tommy.
We're gonna hit this train. This is some modern day rodeo shit. And at nightfall, we returned to the towns of Bakersfield and Oildale to see yet another train robbery. But first, we had to talk to the locals and see what they thought about this. Are you aware that most nights when the train stops, people just descend on the trains and just take everything they can out of it?
I know that happens, but I don't know if it happens near here.
And I don't know if you saw the boxes that are on the side of the road.
No, I haven't seen them.
But what do you think about that?
I think it's horrible.
Nobody know about it. That's nobody even know that happening, bro. So this is the good finesse though. Like this actually is a good this is a good crime to be doing though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, did that sound bad? Like this is like if I was like a criminal, this is like some shit. Like you feel me? This is something I would do.
Somebody robbing a train.
Get some cheese.
Now here's something that's gonna blow your mind. We saw it last night. A sheriff drove right by as a guy.
Because you're not really like killing nobody. Like it's not going. Like because you know at the end of the day, like somebody just gonna get it. They're just gonna get it replaced, or like they're just gonna send you another one because your patch is gonna get lost or whatever. But like. So at the end of the day, like maybe you are affecting somebody, but like he right kind of when he said like what bro say? He was like, oh, if you delivered it, I mean you don't really need it that bad. I mean I kind of get that, but like I don't know, it's a good finesse though, bro.
Kept driving by.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Maybe he didn't see it. I mean, how could you not see it?
I mean, we get people come in here all the time who steal, and they just walk up, grab, and walk out. Yeah. Not even care.
There's a bunch of criminals here. There is, yeah. Especially in Oildale. There are. Yeah, you have to be very careful. We have cameras at my house. I mean, we take all precautions. They just stole our mailbox not long ago.
Stole your mailbox?
Yeah, our community mailbox. Yeah. So that's my husband.
How you steal the whole mailbox?
How you doing?
She talking about like the regular one, like the little like the community mailbox. That's the big. Bro. Y'all doing too much, bro.
Sir, I hear you're missing a mailbox.
Yes, sir, I am. And yeah, there's a lot of thieving going on around these neighborhoods.
Are you aware that the trains get hit regularly?
Yeah, I heard all about that, yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a bunch of bull. Yeah, that's not even right. They should have more security on those trains than what they do. Yeah, I don't understand how they can get in those trains so easy and take all the stuff off of them without anybody noticing.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's just so easy. Like they don't, nothing happens.
You handed her what?
Ruffles, potato chips.
And it's not even Valentine's Day, huh?
We love each other, though.
Yeah, we do.
We've been married 20 years, bud.
Congratulations. All right, guys, stay safe. Have a good night.
So we have a helicopter circling. It's about the same time last night that is it a helicopter?
That's 100% a helicopter. No plane moves like that.
And he just circled the train area, huh?
Yeah. Their center of rotation is 100% around the.
Holy shit, it's shining right at him.
Yeah.
They thought Tommy was a train robber.
So here we go. Here's some of the fragments of what remains from last night. They obviously cleared it out. They had some sort of system. Whole Foods, Amazon returns. So yeah, Amazon lost out last night. So now our job for the rest of the night is, one, talk to the guys that have their hands in this and get more of the story from them. Two, see if there's another mission, which chances are there will be. It just is, will we be in the right place at the right time when it goes down? There's way other ways I would rather steal. If I had to get into the business of stealing, I feel like this is one of the harder ones to make money in.
Yeah, that is true though. But it's low risk though. That's the thing though. Low risk, low reward. You gotta take your chances. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like you could get something crazy, but the chances of you getting crazy is very, very low. You feel me? So, or like, what if you get like an air fryer or something? You can sell that for like 100, 200. You feel me? I don't know though.
So we're going to a spot that is involved.
What's the other robbery form? You gotta walk up somebody with a gun,
the local's gonna tell us about it.
Or rob a house.
What are we looking at?
Car robbery.
So right here, they use this as like their gateway to get back and forth to the tracks. There's a old pipe yard that the fence is ripped open on it, obviously.
So they go through here, another hole, trash.
You can see where the train's at right there.
So this is a popular place in the city where the train gets hit.
This whole road, there's like 10 sets of tracks that run across there. That's probably, where that train is right there is probably the second or third row of tracks.
Why do you think this doesn't get fixed?
Because it's not the train's property, or the train federal property, it's somebody else's property. They come in yellow totes, and a lot of stuff does, it comes in, like those trains right there, they're just stacked yellow totes of, like, I would say like all kinds of shit, 99 cent store type stuff.
So how many main spots throughout the city would you say get hit?
Look at that clip though, like.
Store type stuff.
So,
look at all these boxes, bro. Like, yep. The train track that dirty though? Like, the train can ride over this, or this is like a shut down train track? Because ain't no way the train gonna be able to ride over this, bro. There's too many boxes. It's gonna fuck it up the train.
So how many main spots throughout the city would you say get hit?
Anywhere along the tracks, really.
The last spot we were at, helicopter was circling. You think that's preventative on the police's part?
Yeah, it helps because the guys know that the cops got the helicopters got the flare, so they can see them even if they don't have the light on. So that helps. You gotta like penalize people for this shit. You gotta like actually go to jail instead of breaking in and stealing shit and going to jail and getting let out the next day. And then they just let them stack up their cases and they keep getting busted, and then eventually, yeah, they throw them in jail, but they don't do long enough and people aren't gonna learn and nobody wants to work. They want everything easy. It's all fun and games until it happens to you, right?
He was giving himself advice. That's crazy. That's a man that's giving advice he don't take himself. Classic. I mean, I do the same thing, where everybody do the same thing, bro. Giving advice he won't take, is he still robbing trains? He probably.
So just another example of sloppy thieving. People want to have sympathy, and I get it. Like if someone's down on their luck and they fall back on rent, that's one thing. But when you just want to turn the entire city into your own trash can, that's where I draw the line. Would you say you have any economic stressors in your life?
Well, my motto is everything's a hustle since when I was born.
To get into some of these things, like did it come from economic struggle where like, hey, I gotta pay a bill, so I'm gonna try something new? Or like, how did you even get into this world?
Dad, do some of the smarter stuff, you do a lot of dumb shit, and I guess I kind of fell on that same path.
So is it more the thrill or the economics of it?
A little bit of both.
We got connected to a local named Tweak. He was going to be
You
going
can
on
only
a
blame
trip
you can
down
only
there
blame
that night,
childhood
so I
for so
asked him
long.
about how he evades law enforcement and how he prepares for a
He probably
mission.
like 25.
Here's what he said.
You just got.
I don't know how old he is.
What was that?
That was like 2 days.
19.
And what'd you get hit for?
I mean, if he was born in 19, he at least 20, 26, 25. So he old enough to know better, bro. Ain't no my dad, nothing, bro. You know by now, bro.
Probation once instead of running around doing dumb shit all the time. Not going to court, it's been on court,
So how often do you do the train business?
Yeah, I don't really do it too much anymore like I was, because after hours, I'm not seeing a lot of the federal marshals out there, they're cracking down on it pretty big.
Federal marshals are out there?
Yeah, they've been seen out there. I've seen personally my own 2 eyes, federal marshals out there going and doing sweeps out there. They're picking up people, they were doing three cars linked at a row at a time with the pepper ball guns and shit in the cars. Walking down next to the train, so when the train stops, they're driving up and down it the whole time as it stops, patrolling. So, you can do the clear from railroad tracks, skip to the tracks, the little C trains that you've got, of course. But
What do you got?
that's the scanner.
Do you actually use that?
Yeah, it's the best way to have it, but just me, I won't get caught with it. I'm gonna toss it out before they.
Scanner?
It's just amazing what drugs will make someone do. And it just feels, I don't want to say like a waste, but like all this stolen stuff is just going to a cycle that gets deeper and deeper. Like, it's not like, oh, if I hit enough trains, then I'll be able to move on to something else. It doesn't have the same glamour as the outlaw cowboys back in the day hitting trains. This will be our last night out on the trains. We'll see what we run into and see what we see.
As we walked up to the scene, we realized that the trains had just been hit right before we got there, so we got to approach the crews on the ground to see what the next step in their business process was.
In the background right now, there's a guy just going through boxes. And again, as we came here, look at that, that's a sheriff right there.
It drove right past.
I don't know how obvious that is from the road. Seen pretty heavy police activity through here, and
I don't know, bro. Cause I'm trying to think, like, it's dark outside. I'm driving on the highway. I look to the right. It do be dark, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It do be dark. And they're probably like crouching down and shit, and like, so you can't really see him. And like, I don't know.
right in the back, there's a crew going through fresh boxes.
If you're a cop, you better have good eyes, bro.
We just kind of missed it, and we're seeing the aftermath. But either way, it's kind of like piranhas on a fresh piece of meat. So you guys,
They said what's up. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this crime is so light that they saying what's up to dudes as they walking past doing a crime. Like, that's how light and easy this shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you just want some quick, easy bread, like you probably could make like 100 or 200 if you get lucky. Yeah, dude, go ahead, rob a train, bro. Go ahead, bro. Why not?
these yellow bags are from the train?
Yeah.
You were the guy we saw 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt? Because the train like lurched.
No, I always jump off like that, man.
We've seen like 2 or 3.
You don't got no mask or nothing.
If it would have been like a bunch of fucking, they would probably call me up,
You may hear me mention a few times expressing shock that the sheriffs did nothing but just drove by, but there may be an explanation for this. One of the train robbers told me that because the tracks are federal jurisdiction, the local PD has a tough time building cases that stick on these guys. Not sure if that is all true, but more on that later. I have an arrest story coming for you guys in just a couple minutes.
Would you guys say this is every night?
What's up, man? Shout out to Bakersfield, east side of Bakersfield.
Every night.
That's where I'm from. Trying to get $1 out of 15 cents. Yeah, that's it, man. We just trying to eat. Pick me up, right here by the bridge. I already got everything packed up, ready to go. Yeah, that's the ride, man. You gotta get the ride ready to go so you can get up out of here. Just gonna make this money now, man. Probably won't happen till the morning, but shit, it's gonna happen. And we eating steak for dinner.
What got you into this business?
My boy right there. My boy, he a beast at it.
And he's saying names and all that, bro. He don't care. If Tommy ain't blurred his face, he'd probably be in jail right now. He's saying names and shit. He's saying, oh yeah, get the ride ready. He about to show the ride phone number. He about FaceTime, bro. Like, yo. He do not care about this. That's crazy. You know he gonna get out of jail like one day.
So Pinkerton's really serious.
Oh yeah, Pinkerton is the ones that they'll get you. Pinkerton is the one that the OGs, you know what I mean?
Let's bring you up to speed on the infamous Pinkerton Detective Agency. This 170-year-old firm has been cracking down on criminal plots since the 1850s. Their claims to fame include foiling an early assassination attempt on Abraham Lincoln, making outlaw Butch Cassidy and his guys flee to South America to avoid being caught by them, and that in the 1890s, with over 32,000 guys on staff, they boasted more manpower than the entire U.S. Army.
So what kind of job satisfaction?
Is that 42,000?
More manpower, and that in the 1890s, with over 32,000 guys,
32,000?
they boasted more manpower than the entire U.S. Army.
So what kind of job satisfaction do you have with it? Do you feel like you're caught in a cycle?
Nah, yeah. Because I mean, if I stop, then I don't eat. My family doesn't eat, so you really can't stop it, you know what I mean? You can make a good payday, you can make a real good payday. But, I mean, unless you're willing to shut down shop and stop doing what you're doing, then it's gonna keep going, be a cycle, keep on going, keep on going.
What about a job? Like, what about a job? You thought about getting a job? Nah.
But I mean, you tend to weed out the people that are built for it, the people that aren't. You know what I mean? Like, it's a waiting game. It's a hit and a miss. You never know when you're gonna hit. But when you do hit, you can hit pretty fast and you're good.
What can you stand to make in a week?
I've made up to close to 25K. Maybe as low as the fucking couple $100. It just all depends on what you find.
Was there an event in your life, like a financial stress?
This is like a gamble to them.
My old lady broke her neck in a car accident. She severed her C4 all the way down to C7. She was paralyzed, she couldn't walk. I lost my job.
Oh, sweet.
All her doctor's visits, we had to teach her how to walk again.
What kind of job were you working before?
I had a great job. I was working agriculture, I had a company truck. I was making about $7,000 a year. I had a really good job.
You quit that to do this?
He quit? He quit that to steal from boxes, bro? Are you serious? That's so crazy, that bro. That's just weird. Like, you're weird.
You make more doing that.
So he said he made more doing this. I mean, bro, but like, I guess.
It's gonna be a little bit harder to find a good job with. And, once you get into it, it's it. You know what I mean? It's kind of, that's why I tell people that do it or want to try to do it, just remain smart, don't be caught.
There's a lot of youth out there that are feeling really reckless and thinking, hey, I can just get quick shit, and they don't have a record yet. What would you tell them?
It's not worth it. You're gonna get yourself out into federal charges. You know what I mean? Once you get federal charges, you're doing 85% of your time. You're not gonna do no half time. There is no fucking, good behavior. You're gonna go to the feds, and you're sitting down with some big boys. I don't know if you noticed, there was a plane flying around for the past 7 nights. I've been watching it. It comes, it's in a routine, it's on a route. It circles around, and they have heat sensors, they have night vision, they'll follow you back to your home, they'll follow you back to wherever you're going. That's why I say they'll build a case on it.
Sure enough, this guy here who I'll call C got arrested exactly in the manner that he described.
She got arrested soon after, bro. Ah, man. The irony. That's actually crazy. I mean, like, bro. He said, I've been watching it for the past 7 nights, and he knew what was going to happen.
He recently got out of jail and called me to tell me that the same week we had met him, he completed a train mission and went to his safe house where he was then tracked down by a police helicopter and swarmed by 12 sheriff's vehicles. He was arrested at gunpoint, brought to jail, and was told that he was facing 3 years of federal time. However, he said that due to what seems to be a technicality of jurisdiction, apparently the local police had to drop his case, which if this is true, would explain why the sheriffs would just drive past and ignore the train thief.
Why'd they have to drop it? Why?
That due to what seems to be a technicality of jurisdiction, apparently the local police had to drop his case, which if this is true, would explain why the sheriffs would just drive past and ignore the train thieves. If anyone watches this episode...
So there's a specific rule in the... There's a certain rule that like stops them from putting a case on him? Nah, they did say that earlier.
Is in law enforcement or as a lawyer, please tell me if this local police not having jurisdiction holds any water.
So the local police can't do anything because it's a federal train? What does jurisdiction mean, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh. Let me look. I gotta see. I don't know the exact meaning. I'm just guessing, bro. But I think I'm right. Let me see. Jurisdiction is the legal authority to make decisions about legal matters. It can refer to the power of a court. Yeah, okay, I was right. So like, damn. So the state police can't do anything just because that's tough. Bro, this is an easy finesse.
I guess most crime seems to be indicative of someone being stuck in a cycle, and anytime you're stuck, you're not free. So it's just sad. Like even though they're doing bad shit, like stealing someone's packages, I still feel bad for these people. I still sympathize with them in a way. I mean, this is not a life that anyone would envy. There's nothing glamorous. There's nothing cool. Because I think at the end of the day, you want to have an impact on the world that's positive. Everyone wants that. This is not something that you can rest easy doing. At least I don't think so. All right, folks, that was an inside look into the business of train robberies and theft. This was a wild ride. As always, I appreciate you joining me. I have the best job in the world, and it's only possible because you guys tune in. My final message is this. We all have choices, and You can either build a positive cycle or you can build a negative cycle. You pick where you want to go. And obviously some of us have better deck of cards at the beginning, but I really believe life is how you play the cards. So do what's going to be best for you, your family, your community. Thank you guys. See you next week.
All right, man. The Tommy G. You know, I'm back. I had to bring it back with the Tommy G reaction. Classic. I've been reacting to bro for years at this point. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I was one of the first people watching Tommy G. So I'm a OG Tommy G. I had to say Tommy G 80 times, but look. I'm gonna be back, man. I'll see y'all boys later. Have a good day, bro. Peace.